What's up, America? It's your girl bringing you some news you can use. We are live at the #1 internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeartRadio station. And I can promise you that we are here to feed your brain in this intellectual dialogue hour. We have a great show for you. Today, we're going to be talking about how and why you should obtain a 501c3, that is a non-for-profit status for your business, for your product, service, or brand, which makes you tax exempt. We're going to also talk about the signs of a stroke, so you'll know if you are actually having a stroke, and if you are, what you need to do ASAP. And then at the bottom of the hour, our quick question for today is, it's a picture of an officer and yourself, and you're facing 20 to life for a crime that your friend committed. Do you snitch or not? Again, you're facing 20 to life for a crime that your friend committed. Do you snitch or not? I can't wait to hear your answers. They will be read live here at IntellectualRadio.com. And don't forget the elevator pitch, your chance to win $200 cash for the best 2-minute or less elevator pitch. Pitching your product, service, or brand. Free advertisement. It can't get much better than that. So make sure you call in during this intellectual dialogue hour and get your elevator pitch in for your chance to win. We are live, not feeling my best, so keep me in your prayers. We are live here at IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeartRadio station. Taking a pause for the cause. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the signs to look for a stroke. Don't go anywhere. Back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Team Olivia Pay. Listen to Making Waves with Miss Darci on IR and iHeart Radio Station, Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darci.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darci.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
Did you know that VetLife Inc. is hiring? They have great opportunities available to work for city and federal contracts. They are currently looking for journeymen, tradesmen, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, and painters. If you have these extraordinary skills or know someone who has experience and skills in the construction business industry and would like to work for city and federal contracts, short and long term, please have them reach out to VetLife Inc. vetlifeinc@gmail.com. Again, that's vetlifeinc@gmail.com, or visit their website at www.vetlifeinc.com. www.vetlifeinc.com. Or you can reach out to them at 773-941-8289. Again, that number is 773-941-8289. If you're looking for employment and you would like to work as a contractor for the city and federal, then please reach out to vetlifeinc@gmail.com. They're waiting to hear from you.
My name's Christina, and I drive with Uber because it gives me the time to spend with my son.
My name is Paul Roybal, and music's a big part of my life, and Uber allows me to keep it that way.
My name is Liziani. I drive with Uber. It really helps me with my English.
My name is Miles Foster. Uber gives me the space to pursue my dreams.
American Express for travel and entertainment worldwide.
Just show them this, the American Express card.
Don't leave home without it.
Someday, I may even use it on the moon. It's a marvelous thing.
Oh! So you can replace plane tickets, traveler's checks, a lost card.
Really? That worked?
American Express's timeless safety and security are available on Apple Pay. The next evolution of membership is here.
So welcome back. If you're just tuning in to Making Waves with Miss Darcy, we air here live every Tuesday and Thursday, and we start at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I am your on-air host, Miss Darcy D.
What's going on? Before I say who I am, man, let me give a birthday shout out to my homegirl, Chris Kane in Boston. I love you. Happy birthday and many more. I'm Joel, by the way.
And I'm the intern, Khalil.
So now, before we get started, I did want to just take a moment to talk about the crime violence that we're dealing with every weekend and every day in Chicago. One post on social media was to bring in the National Guards. Do you think bringing in the National Guards will combat the crime that we are dealing with here in Illinois?
I don't think that helps it. I think that makes it worse. I mean, look at what happened in Ferguson when they brought all them people in, when they brought the National Guard, and that just made things worse. So, I mean, especially here, that's going to make it a lot worse. I don't think you do that.
Yeah, I think it'll make it worse, too, because there's going to be a lot of crazy people out there that's going to try the National Guard.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Yeah, had a mindset of thinking the National Guard ain't got nothing on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so if you think the National Guard, bringing in the National Guards will not help, what do you think would help? Because what they're talking about now is to bring in the National Guards, to call in the National Guards to protect Chicago's south and west sides. They're talking about Spike Lee's movie, which makes a lot of people, residents here in Illinois, uncomfortable. And they're saying that the Chicago public schools are overcrowded. And so because they're overcrowded, a lot of teenagers are on the street with no jobs and nothing to do on the south and the west side. We have tons of gangbangers who shoot up the streets, and it's not even a matter. Politicians are out. We're doing all these war and things. And each day, and we're getting more and more gun violence. My question is, how can you have 50 shootings, 8 deaths, and out of those 50 shootings, no arrest? That's almost like unheard of.
It's an inside job.
Inside job
Mm-hmm.
for all of the shootings.
Gotta be, because why would nobody woke alive?
Yeah,
but don't nobody want to speak up.
Correct.
You gonna talk about it? Stop talking about it.
All right.
Do you think that they're calling the citizens of Illinois are calling for the National Guards to come in and save the site? Do you think them calling that out the damper on the elected officials or the leaders here in Chicago? Do you think that makes them look like they're weak, or that it's a disgrace to them because they're not doing their job?
Them, because they're not doing their job. I mean, we voted you in. Now, granted, there's plenty of people that didn't vote. So, I mean, they really ain't got no reason to say anything. You should have voted. But to those that did vote and the officials that we put in office, shame on them, because y'all need to be doing your job and y'all not doing it.
Because we're on now. They're saying we're on a pace to have more the National Guards. They believe they can cut that number to 500 through the year. So that means saving 1,500 lives. They said that would also save the economic for us. Economically, we would save on investigations, arrests, prosecutions, incarcerations, and most of all, medical treatment.
I mean, those are good numbers, but I mean, you can't really say it until it actually happens. I mean,
Correct.
if it happens, it's a totally different story. But if they actually bring them in, I doubt that all that stuff even happens. It's probably the opposite of what they're saying, because that's just data that they took from what is that according to? What's that according to?
Where they're saying if we bring in the National Guards, the national will be going up against the gangster disciples. And they were saying, can Chicago handle a war with the National Guards and the gangster disciples? Because they're not going to just let the gangster disciples are not going to just let, and the vice lords are not going to just let the National Guard come in and take over Chicago. Because as it stands right now, the gangster disciples and the vice lords feel they own a part of Chicago streets.
Call Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford and see what they say.
Call who?
Call Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford and see what they say about
and see what they say about that.
Yeah, call them.
Do you think the gangsters lords are running Chicago?
You can say that in a way.
I mean, who's running Chicago?
Well, that's another question. That's my next question. Who actually is running Chicago? I really don't think nobody running Chicago.
Ron not running Chicago. Ron not running the state. I don't know who's running Chicago. I don't know. I don't know who's running Chicago.
Well, this article came from the Chicago Tribune, and they interviewed pastors, the top elected officials, and then some of the citizens here in Chicago. And they're the ones that want to bring in the National Guards. And then they were saying, if we bring in the National Guards, how long should the National Guards be brought in for? Should it be temporary? Should it be for 6 months? Should it be into the end of the year? What do you think? My thing would be, if you bring in the National Guards and the first couple of days or weeks ain't working, then I would say see if it's getting worse. But if it's helping, would you say they should stay in for a period of time or no?
If it helps, however long, but I don't think it's gonna help. That's just me. I don't think it's gonna help.
I don't think it's gonna help either. I think it's more of a community thing. Like, we as a people got to come together and try to get out to the youth. Like, kind of like how they did in that new movie Barbershop 3 with selling, giving free haircuts. I think that's something that we got to do to come together.
Community involvement always is key. I mean, if
Mhm.
community not involved in making it the community safer for those people that live in the community, forget about it.
Right. But it hasn't always been like this. So that's why I'm just kind of puzzled. It hasn't always been like it is now. I mean, true enough, we've had crime, but now it's just like out of control.
Worse. Yeah.
Just like literally out of control. You know, you would hear one or two deaths or one or two this. Now, you know, you 10 and 12, 17, no arrest.
Yeah.
You know, then the next day, same thing, no arrest. And it's like every day you turn on the news. Every day you turn on the news. So now, how do you know if you're having a stroke? What are the signs if you're having a stroke? So, according to stroke.com, it gives the word fast, FAST. And then at first it starts with they say your face. Does your face look uneven? And they say if you can't smile, that's the first sign. The second sign they say for this stands for, remember we're spelling out the word fast. The second letter would be A for arm. Does your arm drift down? They say when ask you to move your arm up and down, which I didn't know this, but this is what they're saying. And then the third letter is S for speech. Does your speech sound strange? Is your speech slurred?
Mm-hmm.
And then the last letter is time. Every second your brain cells begin to die. And they say you should call 911 if any of these signs is happening, especially with the first one, if you can't smile or you can't raise one of your arms, because usually stroke happens on one side of your body. And believe it or not, it's more prevalent than we know. And so it says be stroke aware. Each year, stroke kills twice as many women as breast cancer. Only 1 in 4 women can name more than 2 of the 6 primary stroke symptoms, according to the National Stroke Association. Taking time to learn the signs of strokes might save someone's life, maybe even your own. I just recently signed up to take a class to get certified for stroke awareness. And they said that there are 6 primary stroke symptoms for men. One is the numbness or weakness in your face, your arm, your leg, or one side of your body. 2 is sudden confusion, trouble understanding what you're seeing on TV, what you're watching, what you're listening to. Number 3, sudden trouble speaking. And then number 4, sudden trouble seeing in one or both of your eyes. I didn't know that. And then the 5th sign is sudden trouble walking straight, like if you can walk straight, like walk a straight line, like the police have us do. But if you can do that in your home or put one foot in front of the other and walk, in your kitchen or in your room. Number 5, well, I'm still on number 5, sudden trouble walking, dizziness, loss of balance or coordination. So I guess all of this affects your brain waves or your brain cells. And then the last one is a sudden severe headache with no known cause. Now I know I suffer from chronic migraines, but they're saying if you just out of the blue just have a headache and you don't normally have a headache. So the symptoms for a man and woman are similar, but there are more symptoms for men. And they said there are 370,000 people in the United States who suffer a stroke each year. They said you can also get it from hiccups. If you got hiccups and you can't get rid of them, if you have chest pain, if you have heart palpitations. So these are so many different signs or warnings. And they says 425,000 women suffer a stroke every year. And then 380,000 men suffer strokes. That's a large number in the United States. And so now we're going to talk about some ways. There's nothing you can totally do to prevent a stroke, but these are some symptoms, some things you can do to try to prevent it. One is to maintain a healthy weight. You know if you're overweight. My doctor, I think I'm not overweight, but I know I got 2 rolls and I try to hide them. But my doctor says I'm overweight and I need to lose 12 pounds. So I figure if I lose 15, I'd be 3 pounds ahead. So, but these are the hardest 15 pounds to lose. I've been trying to lose them for over a year. So to me, I don't think I'm overweight. I know I got some rolls that when I sit down, they sit down with me and I see them. But to somebody else, they may say, oh, Darci, you don't need to lose no weight. But the doctor is telling me that I'm overweight. So you know if you're overweight. And if you don't know, get on the scale, look at your height, look at your weight, go to a doctor and they can tell you if you're overweight. So overweight is just as important as underweight if you're underweight. Then they also says if you have high blood pressure, you got to control your blood pressure because your blood pressure can take you into a stroke. So people that have high blood pressure, and if you're taking medicine for high blood pressure, we're going to do another show on that. If you're taking medicine for high blood pressure, each medicine that you're taking has a side effect, which could take you into a whole nother something. One medicine gonna cure your blood pressure or bring it to level, but your ankle's gonna swell and you're gonna lose your hair.
Yeah.
So you gotta decide if I'm gonna take this medicine or if I'm gonna have swollen ankles and loss of hair. There's a side effect for every medicine. And some people are on more than one medicine for high blood pressure. To me, that's scary. Because if you're taking 2 high blood pressure medicines and one got 1 or 2 side effects and the other got 1 or 2 side effects, and all you're trying to do is lower your blood pressure. I would say try herbal, try organic, try all natural first, because medicine is not always the answer, and medicine is a $1 billion industry. It really is. The third thing they say, if you have high blood pressure, which we already know, this tells you that on the box that you shouldn't do this, which is smoke. So it says you shouldn't smoke if you don't want to have a stroke and you don't want to have high blood pressure. It tell you on the box. What do it say? Warning.
Surgeon General's warning.
Warning. So it tell you, that's just like somebody said, if you drink this water, it's poison, you just drink it anyway. I don't get that for people that smoke. And that includes marijuana, reefer, whatever other name you want to name it. And then they say you should get tested for diabetes. I know diabetes run in my family, so I'm constantly get tested. I just had a whole workup done week before last, and they poked and prod, and some things were good and some things were bad. I was just telling the gentleman here that I have a low deficiency for vitamin D, which I didn't know. It affects me having anemia, being cold all the time. I found out that it affects my bones. I'm always tired. I can sleep through the night and wake up and feel like I went to work. I'd be tired. And so they're saying that your vitamin D, which you can look it up, should be minimum 30. You can probably get away with 25 to 29. Okay. Mine's is a -6. So the doctor says she's wondering how I'm even able to do anything. So that was a little scary for me. So now I have to take a pill every 7 days for the next 4 weeks. And if it doesn't increase, then I'm going to be hospitalized. So this is very serious. So if you have not had a total workup, like going in, getting a complete physical from head to toe, I admonish everyone to do it. Now I'm also faced with having to have surgery. So now I'm going to get a second and third opinion to find out if there's an alternative to having surgery. So I ask that all my listeners that are listening to please keep me in your prayers. I just found this information out yesterday when I got my results back. So I pray and I stand on that God know how much I can take, and he's going to be right there with me every step of the way. The next thing for strokes, it says to find healthy ways to cope with stress. Now that's easier said than done. Sometimes people stress and don't even know that they're stressing. It's like subconsciously they're worried about something and they don't even know that they're worried about it. They say, "Oh, I'm not really worried about it. I just know my daughter got to get this and my son got to get this." But you are worried about it. And they were saying that stress can kill you. Stress is like a silent killer. They also said if you have high levels of cholesterol, you should get that checked. I did get that checked, so that's good. My cholesterol is good. My diabetes is good, even though it runs in my family. I'm not even nowhere near pre-diabetes, and I thank God for that. Then the other thing is, which she admonished me to do, which I have been doing and been working on for the last 2 months, which is not easy, but I've been managing to do it, is to drink more water than alcohol beverages per day. I'm not an alcohol drinker. I do drink wine. I do drink wine coolers from time to time, but I don't drink it every day. But they're saying, and I was at the doctor yesterday, she said each individual should consume 40 to 64 ounces of water a day to flush out the toxins that are in the food that we eat, and we don't know what toxins are in the food that we eat. So we don't know how they were raised, how it was developed. We don't know when they growing, on farm. We don't know what's in it. So if you're drinking the water, it flushes out the toxins in your system. So I've managed to go from 40 ounces to 64 ounces. And it ain't easy, but I'm doing the water with the lemon and the cucumber, letting it sit for 1 day and then drinking. That helps flush out the toxin. They also told me to get rid of belly fat, but it ain't did that for me yet. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm trying to lose some belly fat, these 2 little rolls I got. So those are some of the signs to look for a stroke victim. So it may not necessarily be you. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be someone here at Intellectual Radio. So we need to know what the signs are. And if, again, I can't stress enough, if you have not had a complete physical, now is the time to do it. You only have one body, and that's the only body you're going to get, and that's the only body you're going to live in. So please get a physical if you have not already done so. And I'm also scheduling to get, which I know Earl don't want to hear, a colonoscopy. It's time for us to take care of our bodies, because it's the only place we had to live. And if we don't take care of it, then it is what it is. I'm going to take a pause for the calls. Up next, we're going to talk about 501c3s, how important it is, and if you should have your business, your product or service or brand, and get a 501c3 and be a non-for-profit versus a profit. You are live Intellectual Radio with my guest, Khalil, intern Joel Henderson in the studio, and we'll be back in a moment. And don't forget, we have the question. You're faced with doing 20 to life for a crime that your friend committed. Do you snitch or no? You got your friend back. You ride die. You ain't gonna say nothing. I promise y'all, if y'all know me, y'all already know what's gonna happen with Queen Darci. We are live IntellectualRadio.com and iHeartRadio in a moment.
These 100% beef burgers are stacked with bacon, sweet bourbon sauce, and apparently my mom's fave, spicy sriracha sauce. Eat it. Don't tweet it, Mom.
Denny's Big Burger Bash, with burgers starting at $6.99. Denny's, welcome to America's Diner.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order, because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
It's 2 for $5 coming at July.
Hey, sir, welcome to Burger King. How are you? See what he orders.
No pressure. All of America's watching.
Original chicken sandwich.
Big King! And the foul.
How are you going to lose when you mix and match?
Mix and match 2 large premium sandwiches for $5 only at Burger King.
Good morning, what can I get for you?
A medium hot coffee, cream and 2 sugars, please.
Medium hot coffee, cream, 2 sugar, sounds good.
At Dunkin', we make your coffee just the way you like it. If not, we'll make it again on the spot. That's the DD commitment. America runs on Dunkin'.
Good morning, what can I get for you?
A medium hot coffee, cream and 2 sugars, please.
Medium hot coffee, cream, 2 sugar, sounds good.
At Dunkin', we make your coffee just the way you like it. If not, we'll make it again on the spot. That's the DD commitment. America runs on Dunkin'.
These 100% beef burgers are stacked with bacon, sweet bourbon sauce, and apparently my mom's fave, spicy sriracha sauce. Eat it. Don't tweet it, Mom.
Denny's Big Burger Bash with burgers starting at $6.99. Denny's, welcome to America's Diner.
It's a new year.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darci.
Are bill collectors calling you? Are you afraid to answer the phone? Afraid of lawsuits, garnishments, losing your apartment, house, or car? Then call us for your debt relief options. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 7 or 13 can relieve the debt pressure. Call us now for a free phone mini consultation or log on to infotapes.com. We're the law firm you trust to get you out of debt.
1-800-401-4010.
I want to spend more time with my family and those who depend on me.
I want to earn a little extra income now that I'm retired.
I want to work part-time while I put myself through school.
I want the freedom to follow my passion and still earn a good living.
With Uber, it's all possible.
Uber is a smartphone-based app that connects drivers with riders at the push of a button.
Uber is available 24/7.
It fits around my existing schedule, so I can work whenever and wherever I want.
Accept the fare and a pickup is just moments away.
Riders are charged automatically through the app, and at the end of each week, I receive a direct deposit into my account.
Safe and easy.
Around the globe, Uber is empowering people to be their own boss.
You can run your business the way you want,
without having to give up on what matters most.
I want to earn more, save more, and plan for my future.
I want the flexibility to spend time on what's important to me. I want the security to be able to chase my dreams.
I want to be part of a growing company that's changing the way people move. I want to be an Uber partner.
VetLife Inc. is currently hiring, and they have great opportunities available to work in the city and federal trade contract. They are currently looking for journeymen, tradesmen, electricians, plumbers, roofers, carpenters, and painters to work in the construction industry. If you have these skills or know someone who has extraordinary experience and skills in the construction industry and would love to work for the city and federal contracts, short and long term, please reach out to VetLife Inc. You can reach us at vetlifeinc@gmail.com, vetlifeinc@gmail.com, or you can visit our website at www.vetlifeinc.com. That's www.vetlifeinc.com. Or you can reach out to us in the office at 773-941-8289. That's 773-941-8289. Remember, VetLife Inc. is waiting to hear from you today.
So welcome back. If you just tuned in, we're having a blast dealing with super producer over here. I'm telling y'all, he think he a comedian. He really do. But we're going to talk about a 501c3. A lot of people look at that as gold. Everybody wants to get one. It takes a while to get it for some individuals because it comes through the IRS, which is Internal Revenue Service. I really don't know who the IRS is. If anybody knows who the IRS is, can you please call? We'll give them the number to call.
708-223-8953.
I just want to know who they are. I don't know who they are and what they do. If anybody knows, please call and let me know. I just know they get paid before you get paid. So I'm just wondering who they are and what they do.
FICA.
Well, okay. Well, who is FICA? But that's what I'm saying though, because they get paid. Am I right?
They make sure they get their
money. They get their money. So I want to know who they are. So when you're getting a 501c3, it's for non-for-profit organization. There are 5 parts to getting the 501c3. First, you have to create and name your non-for-profit. When you create your non-for-profit, you need to have a FEIN number, which is a Federal Employee Identification Number, and they abbreviate it for FEIN. So you would get that link. You can get it from irs.gov. They made it so easy now where you can get a 501c3 FIN number in 5 minutes if you have access to a printer, or you can save it as a PDF. When you fill out that form, you have to have a name for your business and make sure nobody else is using that name. You have to have a mission statement. You have to have letterhead. You need to have business cards. If you don't have a budget and can't afford to go and get someone to print them, you can go to Office Max, Office Depot, Staples, and have them printed on just regular paper or the little business cards you fold and tear off until you can get where you need to get. But what I say to individuals, when you fill out that, I wish I had it with me, the Federal Employee Identification Number, you need to make sure you know if your business is going to be a sole proprietor, incorporated. You need to know if it's going to be a for-profit, non-for-profit, sole proprietor, a partnership, a LLC. You need to Google, Bing, Yahoo that information before you fill out the Federal Employee Identification Number. When at the Self-Employment Expo, which was the 10th year that was sponsored by Darlene Tate this past Saturday, I gave a seminar on grants and how to get the money. And an individual asked me, she says, I'm for-profit and she's tired of paying taxes. Can she switch from profit to non-for-profit? IRS don't play that. If you've been paying taxes, you're going to continue to pay taxes. Now you can start another business, which is a non-for-profit business, but you would have to get another FEIN number. So when you create that, you need to know. It shouldn't be a fly-by-night decision. Make sure you know that you want your business to be a non-for-profit. So when you start the 501c non-for-profit, you want to contribute something positive to the community, to your state, or to the country. You want to make sure that you're fulfilling a need so that there's a problem and you have the solution to that problem. You have to determine the type of nonprofit that you're going to have. You have to know if your non-for-profit is going to be in arts, if it's going to be in charities, if it's going to be in education, if it's going to involve politics or religion. You have to do your due diligence and do your homework. And then when you choose a name, you have to make sure that nobody else is using that name, because if you are, then you're infringing on somebody else's rights. The name cannot be the same as the name of any other corporation on file with the state's corporation division. You can go and Google it. It'll give you a list of all the organizations that are non-for-profit in the United States, and you want to make sure that that name that you've chosen is not listed. You want to visit the state's filing office website or call the state's corporation division to see if that name is available or if it has already been taken. Then you want to formulate a mission statement. A mission statement should tell something about your organization. It could be one sentence or two. So, you know, and it has to be something that people can relate to. So, you know, when you hear Nike, gentlemen, what's the first thing you think about?
Just do it.
When you hear ice cream, what are the top companies when you think about ice cream?
Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins.
Blue Bunny.
Right. And Haagen-Dazs. So you think about ice cream. So if I said ABC and you never heard of ABC other than the alphabet, would you know would any company resonate with you? So you have to make sure, because this young lady was saying she was going to do weave, do something that involved hair and weave and things like that, and braid. But the name she gave, if you heard the name, you'd be like, huh? Because it has nothing to do with hair. So you don't want people to try to figure out who you are, because they'll just scroll right past it. It has to be something that they can relate to. So you want to make sure your mission statement has 1 or 2 sentences that talk something about hair or glamour or the way you look or the top of your head, something that relates to hair. You want to make sure that if they have to guess, then they're going to go with somebody that they don't know, but it has something to do with names. So you're picking your name for your business is very important. The logo is semi-important. You should hire an attorney if you're going to do a non-for-profit. If you can't hire an attorney, you can sign up with SCORES. That's SCORES. They have attorneys who are retired in non-for-profit that will work with you for no cost. I've been with them probably maybe 15 or 20 years. So you want to file the necessary papers for your business. You have to file articles of incorporation. That means on that paper, you would have information about your business to protect your board and your staff and protect you and your company against any legal liabilities or debt. You also will list all of your board members, what their titles are and their addresses. And then you would have to pay to have it notarized. So that's why then it's forming into an actual business. Then you want to apply for the federal employee identification number. You can hire a public accountant. If not, you can go and take a couple of classes like I did, because you need to know how to count your money. Because if you don't know anything about counting your money and you hire somebody that does, they can end up taking money from you over a period of time. So even if it's just a small amount, you also want to create a budget of how much it takes for you to operate or run that business approximately. You want to develop a record keeping system, because when you're a non-for-profit, it's a paper trail. They watch everything. So you have to make sure, and then you have to create job descriptions for all the people that you're going to hire in your budget. You can't go hiring Pookie and Ray them, and they ain't got no high school diploma or no degree, and you want to pay them $100,000, and the first grant you get is $100,000, and your salary is $80,000. So then you got $20,000 to operate. That's a red flag, and you won't 9 times out of 10, you won't get that grant. You'll need to fill out the tax exempt paperwork for non-for-profit. It's a Form 1023 and a 1024. You can be state and federal or one or the other. You do have to do a financial statement every year. You need to do it. It could be anywhere from September to December, the 1st, the 15th, or the 30th. You have to mail certain forms into the IRS and wait for your non-for-profit status. If you have a grant pending, they will expedite it. If not, then you have to wait. Most organizations only file with the state. They don't file with the federal. They do one or the other. You do have to create bylaws. The bylaws will govern your organization. Those are rules and regulations. So for me, I make sure that if something happens and they have a board meeting and I can't attend for whatever reason, that the final decision or the ultimate decision is made by myself. So they can vote all they want. But if my name is not on it, nothing gets done. Because when you don't do it that way, people can take your organization, run your business that you've created from scratch. When the budget comes in, they can vote you out and you will have nothing to say. So it's not always good to go online and get these handmade or self-made articles of incorporation or bylaws, because they're restrictive. And if you don't read them and don't know what you're doing, someone can vote you out and then take control of your business. And I don't care if you go to Judge Mathis, Judge Judy, Judge Million, ain't nothing you can do about it, because you didn't follow instructions and you didn't do your own homework for your business. When you form your board of directors, you want to send a board offer letter, making sure that people that you have on your board, they believe in your mission. They believe in what you want to do, not just somebody to sit on your board just to take credit. If you're selling raffle tickets, tickets for an event, black tie, whatever it is that you're pushing or promoting, you want to make sure that individual supports your mission and what you're doing, so that you're helping them and they're helping you, but it's a win-win for both. You don't want it to be just one-sided. When you're choosing people for your board, you want to have someone in the community, you want to have someone in the school district, you want to have a public official, you want to have someone from radio, someone for TV. That way you have a variety of mix. It's up to you if you want to have family members. I don't always recommend family members, but that's entirely up to you. You can do 1 year, 3 year, or 5 year term. You want to have fundraisers to generate additional revenue for your business if you're non-for-profit. So you want to have them, you should have them every 6 to 8 months. You want to have some type of fundraiser. It could be a fashion show, it could be a charitable event, it could be a back to school, it could be giving turkeys for Thanksgiving, giving Christmas gifts to people who are less fortunate, or children who are sick and not going to come home for the holidays. However you want to do it, because that way you're getting your name out in the community that you're giving back. It don't have to be nothing extravagant. It could be small, but that they'll recognize what you're doing. So these are some of the things you need. You need your FIN number, Federal Employee Identification Number. You need a 501c3 if you're going to be a non-for-profit. You need your organization name, your mission statement, your articles of incorporation, the Federal Employee Identification Number, which is referred to as an EIN or FEIN. You need a budget. You need your IRS Form 1023 or 1024. You need the IRS Publication 557 and 2848. You also need your state and local tax exemption paperwork. You need your bylaws. You need your board of directors. You need any permit or licenses for that county or state. And you need your nonprofit mailing status. You need a business plan. You need to know how to write a grant proposal or be able to hire someone to do that. You need board of directors who represent you. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So these are just some of the things. I am going to post this on my page with the links attached. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can feel free to reach out to me. I want to thank Darlene Tate for having me speak at her 10th annual Self-Employment Expo, which was in Matteson, Illinois, at the Holiday Inn from 9:30 to 4 this past Saturday. And everyone who attended, I want to thank you all for the questions and the engagements. I did try myself to audio tape my recording of the class and the video. I listened to the audio and it turned out pretty well. I haven't watched the video yet, so stay tuned for that. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank Khalil for running the boards, and Joel for always coming in to help. Super producer, he's not going to change, but I want to thank him. I enjoyed broadcasting live at the Self-Employment Expo with myself, Earl Winfrey, and Angela. What's Angela's last name? Angela Champ. She has a new show. She's new to Intellectual Radio. She has a new show called Side Streets and Intersections, and she's on Sundays at 7. We also have another show with a gentleman. He also co-hosted with us live at the table, and his name is Robert Orr, and he hosts a show called Jaw Jacking, and he's on Sundays also at 5 p.m. So those are some new shows. Please check them out. We have some more new shows. I haven't learned who they are yet because I'm nosy, but when I find out when and where and how, I will definitely let y'all know, what's going on, because I have to keep the super producer in check. And so nobody else is willing to do it. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. So do anybody have anything to say in closing?
Peace.
Joel? Khalil?
Nope, that's all.
No. So I will not be here on Thursday. I have to go for some tests, so I will not be here on Thursday. Well, I will be back the following Tuesday, so please keep me in your prayers. And I want to thank you all for listening, tuning in, and bearing with me. And in closing, I want to say build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs, and that would be me, and we're out.
It's 2 for $5 coming at you live.
Hey, sir, welcome to Burger King. How are you? See what he
No pressure. All of America's watching.
Original chicken sandwich.
Big King! And the foul.
How are you going to lose when you mix and match?
Mix and match 2 large premium sandwiches for $5 only at Burger King. It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.